Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this trendy queen and neckline gown. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Let's dive right into today's video. So first we're going to start with the pattern drafting, and I've gone ahead to mark my basic measurement, which is my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waistline, and my gown length. So I did not mark my hip. To get your hip point is 7 inches. To get your hip point, for a much taller person you can use 8 inches for your hip point. So I'll just go ahead and connect this down, and I'll be marking that as my hip point. The next step you want to take after here is to mark your shoulder divided by 2. So my shoulder is 14 inches divided by 2. I have 7, adding half to it because of the sleeve. I have 7.5. I came down by 1 inch and I marked my shoulder slope. Next is to mark my armhole on my chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Mine is 7, and I'm going to rule a line at that point. So after that I'll place my ruler and I'm going to draw a straight line at that point, which will be serving as my chest line. So I'm going to divide my armhole into 2 this way by folding my tape mark, and I'm going to be coming in by ½ inch. At the chest line I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, place my curve drill, and I'm going to connect from there to my armhole and to the upper part of my shoulder. So this is what I have. So the next step I'll take is to go ahead to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2, or my bust pan divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches, which is the same thing as my bust pan. Divided by 2, I have 3.5 inches. So I went ahead to mark it all the way from the upper part of my pattern to the lower part. So next I'm going to go ahead to place my curve drill, and I'm going to go ahead to draw out a straight line at that point, connecting the nipple to nipple line. So I'll be marking ½ inch on both sides for my dart, come down by 1 inch from the bust, and I'm going to go ahead to connect. After I'm done marking this, I'm just going to go ahead to mark the lower part. So for my waistline, I'm going to come down by 4 inches mark, and I'll connect by that and also connect the other side. So after this I'll be inserting my basic measurements, but before that I'll just use my marker to draw this out. So after I'm done doing that, at the bust I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 and add 1.5 inches sewing allowance. At the under bust I'll mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace, and add my sewing allowance. The waist I'll mark my waist circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace, and add my sewing allowance. At the hip I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4, and I'll be adding my 1.5 inches sewing allowance. After that I'll go ahead to add 2 inches to my pattern, because we are not using exactly our hip measurements on this pattern. So that extra 2 inches is for that free effect we have on the dress. So whatever I have at the hip point, I'm going to mark that at the lower part of my pattern also, and you can add half just to create a little flare effect at that point. That is the lower part of the skirt, and I'll just go ahead and connect the rest of my pattern, connect from my waist to my hip point. And while connecting to this point, I'll just go ahead to connect. So when I was connecting, I realized that at the lower part I went straight, but when I'm cutting on my fabric I'll be adding about ½ inch at the lower part of my dress, so that it's not going to be too straight. So now from the bust point I'll come down by 1 inch. I want to draw the bust dart for this dress. So while looking at the thumbnail, you notice we have a bust dart. So after marking that 1 inch, I'm going to go ahead to place my ruler and I'm going to connect. So after I'm done connecting from that point, I'm going to be marking 1 inch, 1.5 inch from this part, which will serve as a guide. Then I'll be marking my dart of ½ inch on both sides. So I'll just go ahead and connect, and after connecting I'll connect the other side of my pattern. So this is what I have for the bust dart. So this 1 inch you took out now, you'll be replacing it at the lower part of your pattern because you're going to be stitching that out on your main fabric. So now from my chest line, I'll be coming up by 1.5 inches. But from what we have on the thumbnail, you can go ahead to use your chest line or just mark 1 inch after your chest line. So I'm just going to go ahead to rule out that line this way, and we're going to work on the neckline of our pattern. For the neckline, I'll be marking 2 inches. Remember, we are adding a sleeve, so by the time we sew out ½ inch, we'll be having 1.5 inches remaining. So here I'll just go ahead to blend this to the armhole area. This is to help it blend into the chest line, but if you're using your chest line or 1 inches above, you'll not be having that. I went ahead to mark my basic measurement, and after that I marked ½ inch from the basic measurement line. So I'll be connecting this to that point I have on the lower part. So this is what I have, and I'll go ahead to use my marker to outline my pattern. So I'll just go ahead and I will outline my pattern and label it. Going down to the lower part of the pattern. So because of the bust that we have, I'm going to be adding back that 1 inch bust that we took. That is the bust that you're going to be replacing it. So that 1 inch that we have on the bust that is the half inch dart intake, you're going to replace it at the lower part. So I went ahead to mark 1 inch at the lower part of my pattern, and I'm just going to go ahead to cut the rest of my pattern out. So I'll go ahead and I will cut out my pattern. So at the bust dart, I will be slashing it. I just want to show you the effect of when you blend in your dart. So if you blend in your dart, you notice that this part at the side will come up. So that's why I added that extra 1 inch at the lower part to complete that dart, to complete the part that we took out the dart from. So after that, I'll just go ahead and I will cut out the rest of my pattern. So at this point, if you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any question, please leave it at the comment section also. So you want to place your pattern paper and also notch where your yoke is going to start. So this is the front pattern, and while looking at the dress, you notice that there is no dart on the dress, like in front of the dress. So what we're going to do now is to blend in our dart lines. So I'm going to blend it in this way. So just the same way I opened my dart by the side, it helped me blend this very well. So you can go ahead to cut open your dart, and later you're going to close it back so that it will allow you pin your darts in front of the dress. So this is my pattern this way without darts because we have already blended in the dart. So now I'm going to go ahead to cut out the back pattern. So for the back pattern, I've gone ahead to mark all my basic measurements just like we did in front: the chest line, bust, under bust, waist, gown length. So my gown length is a bit short because what we have on the thumbnail is actually short. So I'll measure 7 inches from my waist, which will be serving as my hip point. So I'll go ahead to mark that out. After I'm done marking out, I will label my zip part, which is about 1.5 inches. So at the neckline, I'll be measuring 3.5. Remember, we measured 3 inches and added half for the neckline on top. So here I'll be measuring 2 inches or more. So I'll go ahead and place my ruler, and I'm going to connect, drawing my neckline at the back. So when we were cutting out the front pattern, I did not take out 0.25 inches at the yoke so that it will not have gaping. So I will be doing that when we are sewing the dress. So I'll just mark this out, and I will also do that at the front pattern when we are sewing. So now I'll be drawing out the chest line of this pattern. This is where my back pattern will start. So I'm going to go ahead to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2. And all my measurements will be starting after the zip line. So I'll be marking my nipple to nipple, which is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5. So I'll go ahead and mark ½ inch here, and I'll also mark ½ inch here. Now I'll come down by 1 inch from the bust, come down by 4 inches after the waistline, and I'm going to go ahead to connect and draw my dart for the back. So for the back also, I'm also going to blend in my dart, but it was a bit difficult because I did not slash it. So when I'm cutting my dress, I'm just going to open it up a little. So at the bust, I went ahead to mark my bust circumference and add my sewing allowance. At the under bust, I'll mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake and add my sewing allowance. At the waistline, I'll mark my waist circumference divided by 4, replace the dart and add my sewing allowance. So going down to the hip, you're going to go ahead to mark your hip circumference divided by 4. So after marking my hip circumference divided by 4, I'll be adding my sewing allowance of 1.5 inches. And after that, I'll go ahead and mark 2 inches for my pattern. So remember, the lower part is a bit free and you don't want to use your actual hip. So whatever I have at the hip, I'll be adding about ½ inch or 1 inch. I'll go ahead and mark it at the lower part so that the mount won't be too straight. So I did that for the front, but it didn't come out exactly how I wanted. So I'll be adjusting it when we are also sewing. So this is the reason why you should also join us in our sewing tutorials. So I'll go ahead and I will cut out this pattern. So if you notice, for the back pattern, I did not add 1 inch at the lower part because I didn't take out any bust dart by the side of this dress. So I'll go ahead and mark ½ inch, extend it all the way to my chest line, and then extend it to my hip point. This is to get rid of any bulginess at the back of the dress. So I'll go ahead and cut out the rest of my pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and notch where my yoke will start also, and I'll cut my pattern this way. So this is what I have for the back pattern, and I'll go ahead to blend in this dart. So if you notice, to blend the dart might be a bit difficult because there's no opening or slashing by the side. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and join us in the sewing video. Thanks.